What's up, guys? Well, I got a pretty big problem here I got to take care of with my van. Um, I had to take my 8-gallon water tank out and one of my cabinets here. So, like, what ended up happening was I accidentally left my nozzle on last summer with the pump off, and it started like siphoning some water out of the tank. And I had a little bit of water damage here to this cabinet that the water tank was stored inside of. I didn't really get too much water damage in here. The flooring is okay, I guess. Just a little bit warped right here. I'm not too worried about that. The other cabinet is okay. But unfortunately, the water did, however, damage my really nice cabinet here that I built. The wood, this birch that I used, does not like water. And it's, I guess I could reuse this, repaint it or something. And I don't know. I don't know if I should repaint this or go with something else for this cabinet. I don't really like this. I don't really think it's a good idea to mount a 8-gallon water tank inside a wooden container. This black stuff that I used is this really expensive Durapoxy that I bought from Kelly Moore's. And this was based off of a recommendation on YouTube that I watched where the guy said that he painted all of his cabinets with this stuff and said that it sealed up all the wood and made it waterproof. Well, it does not make wood waterproof at all. I had this painted real good. I had like 3 or 4 coats. I also had the primer on there before that, and the water still got in there. I don't know how. I mean, it just sucked it up like a sponge. There really wasn't that much water, so the paint just started peeling right off. I was just peeling it off with my hands. So I mean, this whole thing I made out of wood, and it worked really well. You know, you put the little tank in there and the top would open up to the bed. So I think what I'm gonna do is, this is the water tank here, the 8-gallon water tank. Unfortunately, like even if you have the pump off, if you leave this spigot forward, the water will just kind of like siphon out and just leak out of the nozzle, and that's what happened. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rebuild this thing, except what I'm gonna do is build it out of maybe some unistrut or some angled steel or aluminum or something. I think it'd be better to make the box out of metal instead of this wood. I'm gonna have to salvage this flip top here, so I'm either gonna unscrew it, which is gonna be a pain in the butt because I glued all those screws in, or I can cut this piece of wood out here and try to repurpose it on the metal enclosure that I build. But well, I guess I'm gonna figure something out. I need this water tank. It's pretty important for me, especially in the summer when it's really hot. I like to rinse myself off, and also I like to rinse my bikes off. But it's primarily for rinsing myself off after a hard bike ride or a race or something. So I gotta get this thing back in here. I gotta figure something out. If I do the metal enclosure, I'm probably gonna leave out the whole angled structure there and maybe just do a little box. All right, let's see here. I'm at Home Depot trying to find some unistrut. There it is, my favorite section. here. This'll do right here. Some of these angled pieces. Well, I can deal with this. This might work. Yep, connect some of those. It's heavy. All right, I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with this unistrut right here, this big piece. And I'm gonna buy all these pieces here. These 1/2-inch angled brackets. Some of these cage nuts, spring nuts. We're gonna give this a shot here. I think it's gonna work. That's a long piece. Bolted up in here. I got these bolt down points, so that's it. I guess this is just like a work in progress. It just keeps going. And if you screw up, you just try to figure out a different, better solution. That's it. I'll let you guys know what I come up with later.